Yeah.
Okay. I used to be afraid of the world outside my door, so I lived within the pages of a book. I used to be so scared of what I couldn't control. It seemed whatever I touched, I broke. The wind at my back, the grass so green, the sun on my face, it was all a dream. Till you said, wake up, wake up, wake up, take my hand. I'm here for you now, I'll help you stand. The world isn't so frightening, it's not all thunder and lightning. And as long as we are together, life can only get better. I used to be embarrassed about my eyes, my nose, my smile, so I hid my face behind my hair. I spent so many years feeling like I was drowning. Now finally I'm coming up for air. Laughing out loud, being part of a team, touching the stars, it was all a dream. Till you said, wake up, wake up, wake up, take my hand. I'm here for you now, I understand. The world isn't so frightening, it's not all thunder and lightning. And as long as we are together, life can only get better. Life can only get better.
Okay, so good morning. Good morning. Morning coffee. I'm not having any. I don't know. I'm trying so hard to be more health conscious. What does that even mean? I'm trying to be better. What does that mean? I don't know. I want to be stronger. I'm trying to cut out a lot of the garbage in my life. Bad habits, and if I find something that I'm really addicted to, I'm trying to cut it out. I don't want to be addicted to anything. I don't like not being in control of myself, my body, things like that. And since I already have to deal with medical stuff anyway, I want to give myself as many advantages as possible, if you get my meaning. So, water this morning because, when you're done sleeping, you wake up, you're already dehydrated. And it's such a good day. This is such a good... I'm so excited. I have such good news for you today. Things I've been working on, and they're accomplished. And so now I get to do, like I said I've been trying to do. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I get to tell you what I've done today. Okay, let's start with this. Welcome. New subscribers, new members to our community. It's so nice to have you here. So nice. So I want to say good morning and welcome to Pam Klecken. Man, I embarrass. I always feel to just say sorry. I don't know that I ever pronounce anyone's name correctly. Unless your name's Bob. How can you get that wrong? Hey, Bob. But we don't have a Bob. So Pam, good morning. Hiram Worth, good morning. Hiram, welcome. Shauna Plasson. Shauna, welcome. We have Michael, who also goes by Doc441. Cool. Welcome, Michael. And Janine Lawal. Welcome, Janine. I have an Aunt Janine. So, awesome woman. Welcome. I hope you have a wonderful experience here. And, yeah, I hope to hear you in the comments and to interact with you. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Why Fiction Matters is published. I told you I was going to do this. You asked for the articles that I wrote to be put into a book. So I put it into a book. And then I sold the digital. And then you asked for paperback. Well, that went live probably about 20 minutes ago. So that's awesome. Oh, wait. I totally messed up. What is it? Today's Monday, September 1st, 2025. There we go. Why do I forget this stuff? I'm totally awake. You know what's hilarious, though? I'm totally awake and completely confused. I woke up this morning. I go in to get my shot instead of doing it after this because I forget so often, and then I get sick because I don't have my shot. I take a shot in the stomach on Monday mornings. And so I go and I get this box that has a whole month worth of shots once a week. And I go and I get it. And I go and I take it out of the box and I set it down. And I kid you not, it's like 15 seconds later, and I open the box and I went, oh my gosh, there's no shots. Oh my heck, I'm going to be sick all week. It's going to take a week to order more shots. I turn around and it's sitting right there because I already took it out of the box. And I sit there and I start laughing at myself. It's like I have 7 pairs of glasses. They're like all over the place. Why? Because I will get a pair of glasses and set it down and I lose it. And I get so frustrated because I can't find a pair of glasses that I go buy more glasses and then I find all the previous glasses. Is this what getting old is going to be like? Because this is stupid. Anyway, good morning. Progress. So, Ink and Purpose. Why Fiction Matters. It's published. It's live. You can buy the paperback on Amazon. I hope you will. And then DW had the gall to say, so when is the audiobook going to be ready? Dude, seriously, dude. So I'm thinking, I would like to get your feedback on something. When I publish the paperback on Amazon, I don't know that we'll get a hardback. Maybe, I don't know. But when I was looking at the paperback on Amazon, they got that new feature there. If you've published any books on Amazon, they got the new feature to have the AI voice read it to do an audiobook. Now, I would never do that with a fantasy book. Because, pronunciation, it's not going to work. AI has a hard time, from what I've heard when I've listened to things, articles. You'll go to, even on Substack, on Substack, if the person hasn't read it themselves, you can listen to their AI version being read to you. And sometimes the pronunciation, even in nonfiction, it's stupid. But this is a pretty straightforward book. So I was wondering, instead of going through it myself, yes, I'm still going to do it myself. Not the point. The point is, what if I also did an audio version through Amazon? Does that harm me at all? No. Just like I want to sell the ebooks myself, the digital version, and I do, and I will. Will anyone buy them from me? I don't know. Sometimes they do. DW did. But I still am going to publish them through Amazon. Why? Why if I publish them myself? Because I've learned something over the years, is that you should put them everywhere. All versions everywhere all the time. Why? Because you never know if someone has a preferred version. You know, I even though I've bought a lot of books from Amazon, I've bought a lot of audiobooks, I prefer Barnes & Noble. I like the Nook device better than a Kindle for a reading device. And so I buy lots and lots of books from Barnes & Noble, Nook books. The exact same as a Kindle, except for I don't like the Kindle. I don't like advertisements. And I don't like my thing being connected to the internet. I just want to use it as a reader to read my books and my kids. I also like the fact that you can do these things because you can buy one book and it goes to all your family devices. So I buy one book, even if the book was $20. I know. I don't like those types of prices, but depending upon what the book is, if you got a really good story, the author's got me. I'm going to pay whatever. But here's the thing. When you have as many Nooks as I do for all me, Kathy, and the kids, you're actually buying one book for like 7 people. That's not bad. Even at $20, that's not bad. Because, think about it. If you bought one book for each, it's over $100. So, no, it's a good deal. That's the way I look at it anyway. So, you never know if someone actually, wants to buy an Amazon, a Kindle book or a Nook book or, are they all the same file? Yeah. But put them wherever they get sold. So, audiobooks are different. I do not like Audible. I detest Audible, actually. Not as a customer, as a writer. I detest them. Their profit margins and all that. It all sucks. I don't like it. No, don't try to convince me I've been doing this way too long. Don't try to convince me in the comments. You'll just lose. I'm very set on this. I've done the math. I've watched things. I've been through the process. It sucks. So I don't like it. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't put it there. Why? Because 30 cents on a book is still 30 cents on a book. Plus, I want to help people. So if that's where they prefer to buy them, I need to make sure that my book is in that place, if I can. So I'm thinking, should I do the AI, the Audible? Because I don't want to take the time. I'm not going to take the time to upload and sign their contracts and all that garbage. No, I'm not going to do that. But I would be willing to click a button and let the AI do a version. Because it's nonfiction. Which is funny because it's about fiction. Whatever. Anyway, I'd like to hear your comments there to get your feedback. Has anyone listened to one of those AI? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. So, Ink and Purpose, Why Fiction Matters is published. It is live. You can get the paperback version. That is what I hope you will buy as a paperback version. Yeah. It's awesome. I took some extra time. Made sure that the pictures were in the same ones, most of them from the articles are also in the paperback version. So that's awesome. Actually in the ebook version too. Okay. This is what I've been waiting to show you. So that was the first thing that is done. Second thing that is done. I told you last week that I was almost done with the World Creation Room. It's done. It's all done. Not only is it all done, I told you that the Go Brunch was getting an upgrade. And I went to the meeting with Richard, who created Go Brunch. So the Fiction Hub is what we're talking about. Now the Fiction Hub was created specifically, well, it's for all of you, because I have rooms for everybody. But most of the things that I wanted to create in there are for those who support me financially, because I want to have some extra fun and a deeper experience in the world. And now you get to. You've probably wondered why I haven't published a whole lot and developed a whole lot in the Fiction Hub. there was a concern. It's because I couldn't keep, this sounds horrible, but I couldn't keep everybody out. It's not that I want to exclude people. It's just that I like to eat. So do my kids. I make a living doing these things. I've been making a living doing these things for a very long time. And this was one of those, the Fiction Hub is one of those extra things that I am doing for my supporters. So I couldn't fully develop. I would hate to develop something, have you get used to it, and then take it away from you. That's a whole nother level of mean, in my opinion. So I didn't want to do that. So we have the free open rooms. We have the Welcome Cafe is still there, and of course we've got the studio where I can do interviews. Those are still free. The Fiction Cartel, you'll always be able to get in there. You don't need to be a member to get in there. But I had the World Creation Room. Okay, so here, I'm going to show you, because if you're not a paid subscriber, if you're not supporting me in this, you aren't going to be able to experience this. So here you go. So this is what I've been working on for quite a while, and it's been in my spare time, which I hardly ever have any. And as you can see around the table, there are, there are 12 seats in this room. So out of the hundreds of subscribers, and I have a lot more than 12 supporters, this will be a room where I have conversations with people 12 at a time, where we spend time and we can talk about my world, we can talk about your world, we can talk about a lot of different things. We're going to go over the development of the Hero Within, the RPG, and develop that. And this is the type of artwork that I have been shooting for, specifically to bring you deeper into my world. And there will be more of these. I've also thought, what might be fun with this is to take the development of Wanted Hero and the Chronicles of a Hero and make it into a coloring book. Would you like to see this as a page in a coloring book? I think that would be fun. Yeah. I think we'll do that. Anyway, so this is now live. This is actually there. Now, when you go to the Fiction Hub, you are going to, depending upon your email address, you are going to go to the Welcome Cafe, or you're going to go to a new area, which is still being developed, but I have used a temporary piece of artwork, and it's called the Port Key Room, and that's kind of like the directory of the Fiction Hub, and it is a room with just knickknacks everywhere, and you will know that it is a room to go to because pieces in that room will be colored. So anything that is colored will be a clickable link button to go to a new section, a new area, whether that's a story, whether that's a tavern, whether that's a hovel or a castle, or who knows, could be anything. But I just wanted to show you this is what I am now able to do, because I can now create communities. So if you are a paid supporter of Life of Fiction, I have added your email in there, and you have full access to the developed rooms that I have so far, and many, many more are going to be added. So that is done. Awesome week, really funny weekend. I told you that we played some video games when I went to Bear Lake with my family and my best friend and his family. Well, I told you that we played this Choose Your Own Adventure game, and we weren't able to finish. We still got further. There's 5 chapters in this book, and you got to make choices and get there, and to solve the goal for that chapter. And we actually went further. My family and I have played 3 different times, And the furthest that we've gotten was to chapter 3. And at Bear Lake, we got all the way to chapter 4. And then we had to stop and we came home. So my wife told all these kids, a bunch of these kids, and said, we'll have a party over at our house and Jamie will finish the game with you. I'm like, okay. So that happened last night. So Sunday evening, and I had like 15 kids coming over to my house. I'm like, we can't have them in the apartment. So we did it out in the front yard on the driveway. So we got camping chairs around, and I got a camp, a light, a camping light, and turn that on, propane, and we finished that last night. Oh my goodness. That was hilarious. Getting all these kids and young adults that were not there at the original, they showed up because some of the kids just brought their friends or their relatives and were sitting around. And Simon's there and he's painting his Warhammer things in the light. And he's a ringleader. That's what he is. Simon is like everyone. The kids love having Simon there because he sways the vote to go, and he really makes bad choices on purpose. And it's like you're going up against super chimps, these super intelligent, walking upright, human-sized chimpanzees that have guns and tasers and things like that. And Simon's like, no, let's go confront them. The kids are like, no. And he's like, no, why are you worried? We have a pocket knife. It's just like, what? Anyway, they solved it. They won the game. Sort of. Yeah. There's multiple endings since it's choose your own adventure. And that didn't turn out the way that they thought it would last night. They blew up the Earth. And they ended up going out into space in an alien craft, alive, with a professor. So 2 male humans and no more human race because the planet's gone. And they won. Yeah, the kids weren't very happy about that ending. They said, really? That's the ending of the game? And I looked through all the cards because I haven't been to the ending before. We took it out of the plastic. Anyway, so I'm looking at it like, no, that's not the ending. That is a ending. There's 4 more options. I held them up. Well, what is it? No, I'm not doing that. We have to play it again. We have to play it again to see if we can get to that ending. So, and they only died twice last night before they got to the ending. The game is really, really fun. You should look those up. Those types of games, cooperative games. Such a blast. Such a blast. So, hey, happy Labor Day. It's Labor Day today. Labor Day weekend, if you're in America. We are now in 42 states and 33 countries, Life of Fiction. We're doing pretty good. Not quite where we were with the comic books back in 2005, 2009, but that's okay. I mean, we've had 1 million people read the comics since 2005? That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah. I love my life. You love your life? You should love your life. I love my life. So we've got more story coming, more Wendell, more games. Everything's opened up. I really wanted to get the Fiction Hub going. Now it is. Cool. So cool. Next projects? Well, I have my secret project. Yeah, got to start working on that today. No, I don't. You know why? I finally get to do something that I have been wanting to do. I get to go see Ketty today. I get to go up to my daughter Leilani's house and spend a few hours and sit on a couch and hold my granddaughter for the first time today. Yeah, I really don't care about much else. Not today. That's going to be awesome. I have to work with chickens. Yeah, we got to take care of the chickens. Yeah. You're awesome. Do you know you're awesome? I so appreciate you. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Did you? Because you look good. Yeah, I know it's early. Don't worry about the hair. You still look good. It's going to be a wonderful day. Going to be a wonderful week. You are more than you think you are. See, I'm glad you're coming around. I've been telling you this for years. Years! You are more than you think you are. You are. So, the goal today, I think the goal today is let's just not suck. I think that's a good goal. Let's just not suck today. And everything else will turn out. It's all good. I used to hate that phrase, teenagers. It's all good, man. Well, the older I get, I realize, it actually is all good. Not a bad phrase. I came around. Okay. I love you. I believe in you. Yeah, I don't care what anyone says about you. Yeah, I believe you. I believe in you, and I'm excited. So have a good day. Have a good week. We'll see you next time.